Right, after all that, went back to the exit visa office, had a quite complicated conversation in French with the police commissioner, I think her title was. Got my passport, it had the visa, so I am now covered. And I'm now at the bus station. So farewell, at least sometime in the next 24 hours, farewell to Cameroon. And I'm going all the way to Brazzaville in the Republic of Congo. Should be a trip. Oh, and as I always seem to forget to do this, if you like what I do, how I'm doing it, please do like and subscribe. Right, after a short delay, I think that is my bus. So, heading off next hour maybe? And I gotta tell you, man, I was standing, having just got my baggage ticket for Abby to go in the hold, and this family walking past to do the same thing, and this little boy about 3 years old was just staring up at me with these, as he was walking past with these huge eyes, and I waved to him, and he just kept walking, walked into me and hugged me. And I must admit, man, because given my lifestyle, the only hugs I usually get, unless I'm at home, are cyber. So for a little kid to just walk up and hug me was it was quite a serious rush of endorphins, and yeah, that was nice. Anyway, right, I'm just hanging around waiting to make sure they put Abby on the bus. Of course they're going to, but that's visual confirmation is always required. The wait's getting a little tedious now, but to be honest, after the month I've had, boredom is a luxury. Yeah, the bus looks nice, reclining chairs, and with a little bit of luck, I don't know if I'm going to get that lucky and get a USB-C port, hopefully an actual plug from my phone and my iPad. I've got quite a lot of stuff downloaded onto them, so that'll be good. I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough to get Wi-Fi on the bus at all. Yeah, so it's all good. Wow, that's difficult. Good evening, friends. So location, Yaoundé, which is the capital of Cameroon. We've been driving for 6 hours and we've gone about 5%, 7% of the total distance in 6 hours. It is 10 p.m. I am thinking, because of that paradigm, this trip is going to take 36. We stopped here and we changed buses. No one had told me about that. Abby looked wet and I opened it up and found that one of my tins of beans had apparently been pierced somehow and had been leaking, which means I'm going to have to clean the entire bag once I get to Brazzaville. I cleaned up the excess. Annoying, but okay. I don't know how long we're going to be here. It is 10:30. I was annoyed initially, but it has to be said, man. This is traveling. Thank you very much. On the bright side, I am outside. I'm sitting on a step because there's airflow out here and it is sweltering in the waiting room there, but some kids just bought me a chicken dinner. Winner, winner. Be a hell of a lot worse. Well, it has to be said. unexpected late night stop and bus change. Hot meal at no further cost. Fair trade. Right, so I've been reliably informed now by the kid who both cooked and brought me my hot meal. It was very nice of him. That we're going to leave, it's 10 to 11, we're going to leave about 11:30 and we're going to get to the border at about 8 o'clock in the morning, which makes sense because then it'll be opening. I've got to say, man, I'm enjoying myself. I always like the journey. It's just the fucking hold-ups. And like I say, now that I've got the exit visa and the Congolese visa, the last visa I need to get is the DRC. And even if I can't get that, there's a workaround that I've worked out. So from here, this kind of sitting at a fucking bus stop, more than a bus stop, Book a Voyage, which is the company in question, we're in their station. They have stations on both sides of the road, and there are 7 coaches at this stop. So it's quite a large operation, really. I mean, it would have to be, having a 25-hour bus from Douala to Brazzaville. Look it up on your maps, my friends. It's not a short distance, but I'm enjoying myself. Because this, I recognize this. I like this. Anyway. Morning, friends. This here is Jabril. So, this is the Cameroon side of the border with Congo, and we got here at 7:30. It's now 10 to 10. Rather long process involving being called forward one by one, and it's fairly interminable actually. And I still have another 24 hours to go after this border to hit Brazzaville. Good times. Hi guys, still at the border, been checked into Congo-Brazzaville now, at last. That is 5 hours. And I'm going from that, I'm a little hacked actually, because you buy the one ticket with Book of Voyages, go from that, which has air conditioning, power, USB power points in the seats, fully reclining seats, to that, which is a glorified city bus with 5 abreast instead of 4. And none of the above, and I'm in that for 24 hours. These things are sent to try us, Jeffrey. Thankfully, as I think I previously mentioned, I do have a half-decent hotel waiting for me in Brazzaville. And no time limit, so there's that. I'm going to get to Brazzaville probably 1 p.m. on Sunday, so this has turned into basically a 48-hour trip now, because this was such a longevity at the border and everyone seems to be faffing and not getting shit done. These things are set fast, yeah. Still haven't left. It's 1:45. It is a 24-hour straight mission to Brazzaville. It's a long way, and I'm philosophical. I could have done with a better bus, but what are you going to do? I must admit, man, 5.5 hours on a border is testing even my patience. But what am I talking about? I'm in the shade, and I had beer. Coldish beer, and this is fun. And it's still fun. Yep. One additional point. I'm quite glad that thinking that this would take longer than they've said, but I'd saved half a hip flask of whiskey from last night. Then I bought a beer. Douala, who's been very good to me, offered to buy me a beer. He went off and he came back with a quarter bottle of whiskey and said, I bought this instead, it's the same price. I'm like, cool. And then so I thought, okay, good idea. A quarter bottle of Royal Circle. It actually has a pseudo-British crest of arms there. I'm not hopeful, really, of its quality. It'll make that bus easier to deal with. I'll keep you posted on that. Oh, one last point. On this trip, on this journey from here at the border all the way to Brazzaville, they crossed the equator for the umpteenth time. I mean, it's not going to be a thing. We're going to stop and do the whole, water direction thing. Done that before in Uganda. It's been a while. But yeah. Morning, friends. So, bus station. It isn't the last one. I've still got to go. We're still going into Brazzaville Central. We're stopping here for a minute, and I'm just subsisting on coffee and nicotine. This relative piece of junk. It's been pretty bad, really. I'm not complaining that much. But in the first two buses, the Bouquet Voyage buses to the border were really nice. Reclining chairs, power, legroom, armrests, and it was like going from business class to Ryanair with turbulence for about 19 hours straight. The good news is that we are here vastly earlier than I thought we would be. My man Douala back at the border said it would take 24 hours straight to get here. It's more like 19, which is amazing. I saw a road sign saying Brazzaville 60 clicks, and I was like, ha 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 ha. So that's good. I am aching though, man. So, get to my hotel, have a shower, have a meal, have a beer. Yeah.